Okay, you know him from Shark Tank. Entrepreneur Daymond John has a brand new book out. It's for children and it's teaching them to make and invest their own money.
Little Daymond Learns to Earn is now a bestseller. Daymond told me that he's had a job since he was 10 years old. We talked all about his successes, his failures, and why teaching kids about money will be his legacy.
He's an entrepreneur, an author, a speaker. You best know him from Shark Tank. Daymond John is here. Daymond has a brand new children's book out. Daymond, what's this one all about?
My new daughter from my second marriage is about 6, 7 years old when I first thought about this, and I realized that I was reading her too many books on princesses and princes, and that maybe one day somebody's gonna come and save her because she has to have a glass slipper. And I realized I wanted her to understand how to build her own glass slipper factory and have the prince come in and say, I like your style. I'm going to open you up at minimum wage and you're going to work your way up. But I also realized that on Shark Tank and in America, the number one reason why a lot of these businesses fail or people can't get to where they want to be in life is we weren't taught financial intelligence in school.
Daymond, I'm so glad you're tackling this because it drives me crazy that our students are graduating not just from high school, but almost from college with no financial literacy. In fact, I understand that this is your legacy.
Yeah, this is going to be my legacy. This is not about a book, but what happened with the book is America has voted. The first week it came out, it was on Amazon as the top book in the country, or potentially you call it in the world. Top, not children's book, because there is no other book out here like this that teaches entrepreneurship and financial intelligence at such a young age.
You started your clothing company, FUBU, with $40 to your name and then grew it into a multi-billion-dollar company. What were your successes and what was your biggest failure?
I educated myself first on what I needed to do, and I used the tools that were in front of me. What were the tools in front of me? Well, I can make 50 calls a day, and I said to myself, I'm going to make these 50 calls a day, 10 to manufacturers, 10 to record labels for music artists to wear it, and I'm going to do that for 6 months, and if I get anywhere, I'm going to move it up to 75 calls a day. That was all I can afford. The biggest mistake I ever made was the exact opposite. I acquired a company around 2001, 2002, really great designers. I decided I didn't know much about this industry, but I just kept hiring the greatest salespeople, the greatest this. Before you know it, I was out of $6 million. The company did not do well because I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't have good partners, and I had an ego, and I thought money could solve everything. And that was the biggest mistake I made that I will never make again.
What is something you were taught about money by your mom that stuck with you?
The house that we lived in, once Dad left, she said, I don't know if we can afford this, but we're not going to move out. You know what? We're going to rent the room to strangers, and we will sleep in the attic, just you and I. But we were able to keep that house for years and be able to pull out equity in that house, the mortgage, and use it for our factory. So Mom always utilized what she had and never looked at, oh my God, look what they have. Maybe we'll get there. What do I have today that I can use today out of my money or my assets? Remember, your assets are what feeds you, and your liabilities are what eats you.
What do you recommend parents teach their kids, or maybe not teach their kids, about money?
It is the form of something that we all will have to deal with, whether you're running General Mills or you're balancing a checkbook at home. So it is critical. Do not avoid it because it's going to be there. And these are simple ways. And I wish everybody the best because I want everybody to have a chance at success.
The Little Daymond Learns to Earn is on store shelves now, anywhere books are sold or online.
Any tools you can get to get kids to be more aware of money and understand how hard it is to get and keep, it's good stuff.
He's gave me another tip. Let your child know that any active service they do or anything that they currently have can be sold. So when they have current toys and they want something new, gather what they already have, sell them, and then they'll have money for the next round.
It's a good way to keep the closets clean too.
This is true.